For today's Cyber CEO episode,
Camille does a lot of the non-income producing activities that I need done to keep my business going, entering listing info into the MLS, or for my buyer clients, I like to send the MLS listing, all the disclosures, all that info ahead of time. I just have Slack and I message Camille and I say, this is going to look at a property and this is the property we're going to look at. She goes and grabs all the info, uploads it into my Dropbox account. So it's very minimal that I have to do. So very, very big time savings there. It's just allowing me to get my time back. She is very punctual. She's industrious. She's just great.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome week here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Michael, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for dropping by. I know you have a lot of things to do, so we really appreciate you being on the show. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like you. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe let's start with, what's your role in the business, Michael?
Yeah, so my name is Michael Haynes. I am a realtor. I've been doing this 3.5 years in New Hampshire. I am the sole realtor. I've got a transaction coordinator. I've got a cyberbacker. And I just brought on my first buyer's agent.
There we go. So 3.5 years in the real estate world. Fairly new then to the business. Am I right?
Fairly new, yep.
Fairly. All right. Now, how about virtual leverage, though? Is this your first time working with someone virtual?
Yes, virtually for sure.
Gotcha. How was it change? How was the transition? Because I know for a fact that some of us were used to working with people that we can meet. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So how was the transition for you at your business?
The transition's been honestly very smooth. I was wary, at first. I didn't know how it was going to be. I actually had a full-time assistant that was working with me. That wasn't working out, so I let that person go. But on the same token, I needed the help. So I've heard of Cyberbacker before from other agents in my office. And I just said, you know what? I've reached out to you guys immediately and the rest is history.
So the reason why you reached out to Cyberbacker was you really needed the leverage then. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah.
So how did you find out about Cyberbacker? Just hearing it from other agents?
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm on the agent leadership council at my brokerage. And a lot of the top 20% agents had Cyberbackers or have them. And again, I didn't have anything to do with virtual assistants in the past and just figured, knowing that these people are high caliber agents, I figured it was worth a shot, at least trying you guys out.
There we go. And how long have you been working with your Cyberbacker?
Since mid-July.
Mid-July. So again, new partnership just going on 2-3 months, if my math is right. Yeah, 2-3 months. So talking more about your experience here with us, how did the hiring process go for you? How did that experience go?
Honestly, it was very smooth. Taken aback a little bit because when I was really trying to research Cyberbacker and understand, I wanted to just call and have questions. But you guys, the minute I submitted info, it was a quick Zoom. And we went right into it. And from there, just talking to the growth backers, they got a good understanding of what I was looking for. So they had a very good handle on that. And then they were able to pair me with my Cyberbacker, Camille, and the match was just perfect.
Now, how did you know that the match was going to be perfect? Just talking to Camille. So why did you choose her?
Right. So I'm at Keller Williams. So we have KPAs, which is like a personality assessment. You guys have something very similar. And what happened was when we did the interviews, so there were, I think, 5 agents. You had me sit in front of a bunch of agents or a bunch of cyberbackers who got to meet me and I got to meet them. a very quick, like cursory, this is what Michael is doing. This is what he's looking for. If you think it's a good fit, stay on the Zoom. And then after that, there were, I think, 5 that I met with. It was kind of like speed dating cyberbackers. And just looking at the personality assessment for 𝗙𝗃, I felt like, and having that, Zoom conversation, or the Zoom kind of like an interview, that just, sealed the deal for me.
Sealed the deal. So partly it was a gut feel and her credentials then. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. Now, more about 𝗙𝗃, your cyberbacker. What are the tasks that you leverage off to her?
Yeah. So she does a lot of the stuff that is, for me, everything is income producing activities. I should really only be focusing on that. And it's hard. 𝗙𝗃 does a lot of the non-income producing activities that I need done to keep my business going. So whether it's entering listing info into the MLS, or I work with a lot of buyers. So going out and grabbing, for my buyer clients, I like to send the MLS listing, all the disclosures, all that info ahead of time, because it gives the buyer a chance to review it before we even go look at the property. And in some cases, they just say, let's not look at this one. So I just have Slack and I message 𝗙𝗃 and I say, this is who we're going, or this is who's going to look at a property, and this is the property we're going to look at. She goes and grabs all the info, uploads it into my Dropbox account, so it's on my iPad when I go to show the property. And then it's also uploaded to .loop. So, and she applies all the signature fields. So if I'm going to go home and write up an offer, it's very minimal that I have to do. So very, very big time savings there.
All right, that's good to know. Now, so who did your putting on the listings in the MLS, those other tasks, when you weren't partnered with 𝗙𝗃 yet? You were the one doing it.
So initially it was me, and then I had an assistant, like I said, full time. That just, we parted ways and went back to me. So she was able to come in and take over, no problem.
Yeah, and help you save time then, am I right?
Yep, absolutely.
Now, talking more about the partnership that you have with 𝗙𝗃, I know for sure that some of our listeners some of them might have a difficult time just trying to work with someone who's virtual. So my next question is, do you have any tips that you can share with them on just how to create a strong bond, a strong partnership with someone who's virtual?
I mean, for me, it's all about just, being very clear and direct on what you need, and, making sure that they're doing, holding up their end of the bargain, I guess. I have very specific tasks for her and they get done. So for me, it was really just about communicating clear needs up front. And it's been fine so far.
All right. So proper expectations and communication then.
Right.
All right. Now, if someone would ask you, how did 𝗙𝗃, your cyberbacker, impact your business? How would you answer that question?
Well, again, it's just allowing me to get my time back, which allows me to either lead generate more, so, more income producing, or I've got a wife and 2 kids. So some days maybe I want to go home a little early and spend time with my 2 and 4-year-old. That's probably one of the biggest ways she's, helped me out here.
There we go. So quality of life then, something like that. And the time, of course. Yes.
Right.
Now, one last question for you, Michael. And I know for sure 𝗙𝗃's going to be able to listen to this once we have this online. So we'd like to know, what do you like most about 𝗙𝗃, your cyberbacker?
So definitely the fact that she's very punctual. She's industrious, that was one of my things when I was talking to the growth backers initially. I said, I need somebody who can basically come in and take the bull by the horns. And 𝗙𝗃, like one great thing that she's been able to do, which I didn't even look to Cyberbacker for this help, but 𝗙𝗃 was like, boss, I can do that, is the video editing. I wanted to get into doing videos, very important in our business. And I started shooting more and more video, and I didn't want to have to edit it myself because it's very time consuming. And then I was prepared to pay somebody, externally to do that. And she's like, no, I can do that. And literally, I mean, we've just been doing that for the past probably 3 or 4 weeks. And she's just great.
Now, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership grows to for the next couple of months. And again, Michael, thank you very much for dropping by. I had fun talking to you today. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.